Alright. So, it's just switched away from the screen that tells you what the game is, but today I thought I'd just play a wee bit of Mario's Super Picross. Started it last time. We got through a reasonable chunk of it last time. It's a really good little Picross game. Other than the fact it's all in Japanese, which is a little bit difficult to... Well, I guess if you've never played Picross before, this is a bad place to start. I mean, this video is quite informative. Probably more so if you can read what's actually going on the screen here. But... I mean... the basic concept of Picross is not that bad. You read the numbers along the lines, you fill in numbers based along the lines. As it just showed you there. We have a 3, then a 1, and there always has to be a gap between them. And in this game we have a timer that counts down from 30 minutes. And you get game over at the end. Don't make mistakes, otherwise it makes a sad noise and you get time taken away from you. Anyway, it's a good Picross game. I'm killing time here because one of the things that you can actually see in this, when it's kind of going through the demo mode, is it will just fully solve a puzzle for you. And it's really kind of fascinating to watch, because it's clearly just like they've programmed an algorithm, and it knows exactly what to do in terms of working through the puzzle. And then it just kind of solves it, but you can see the logic that it uses, because it's similar to the logic that you yourself would use if you're solving a Picross puzzle. You kind of look at it seems to look at the numbers and goes, oh yeah, so I've got, you know, a 15 along this bottom row, so I can fill in all 15 of these lines if it's a 15 by 15 puzzle, obviously. We'll see if it comes up in the next moment or so. Listen to the jaunty music. Okay, moment of truth. Yeah, here we go. So, it's a Wario puzzle as well. Yeah, so you kind of see it, like, it's using the same logic that we would use. For instance, those two 4s at the bottom, the third row up from the bottom, because it saw us put in the crosses, it goes, oh okay, well, I can only fill in the 4s in these squares of 5, so it has to be 3 of these 5, because there's 3 common squares if you put the 5 in a row, 3 common squares. Demonstrate that a wee bit better when we're actually playing. Anyway, let's actually get cracking with the game. So, last time we left off, we'd finished World 2 with Wario. We'd finished World 2 with Mario and World 1 with Wario. So, to get us started off, why don't we just kick off with Mario? This is Mario's Super Picross. Not Wario's. This music is very daunting. What's Luigi in the background? It's Luigi's Super Picross. So this is the hint screen, which I also didn't mention. But it will solve 2 rows for you, so it'll solve a row and a column, not 2 rows. You'll pick them randomly. Maybe since we're starting off, it's quite a good one to show off. Probably a good way to come back to it as well, because it's been a while since we played this, about a week. Probably longer than a week actually. Is it longer than a week? Hard to keep track of time. Longer than a week. Anyway. You see, it's going to pick 2 rows for me. Oh, I get to pick the rows, sorry. I picked quite a difficult one there. 1, 3, 1, 3. That's not one we would have been able to solve quickly off the bat. 13 we probably would have been able to do a decent bat at. What else have we got here? Well, the easy ones to always fill in are... if a line is empty, like zeros, so what we can do is we just put these crosses here. And then any lines that have a number larger in the left than in the space between crosses. So remove that just for a moment. So you see this is a 12. But because we've got a cross here, you can't put a 12 in the space of 1. So we know that that can't be a good square. It's not useful. It's not gonna. There's not going to be anything in there. So we can just immediately cross that off. And then left, well, it's a 15 by 15 square. We got rid of 2, so it's 13. The difference between 13 and 12, well, there's only going to be one of these squares blank, so it has to be one of the ones at the end. So what we can do is, not that, we can fill in all of these squares. The nice thing about this mode is it'll actually tell us if one of them's wrong. So we know now these are all correct. And so I've actually just spotted here, we've got 7 and 7. So another thing that you can do in Picross is, if you see a 7 and a 7 like that, or you see numbers anyway, that add up to 1 less than the size of the square. So again, this is a 15 by 15 square, and these are 7s. 7 and 7's 14. But there has to be a gap of 1 square always between the numbers. So 7 plus 1 for the gap, plus 7 is 15. So we know that this is basically just a full row. It's the equivalent of just, we know all of the things in the square already. There's no... You can't move these sections of marks anywhere else in the row, so we can just fill this in immediately. So fill that up to 7, and then because there always has to be a gap, we can mark that there. And then there's our other 7, and that's that row complete. So going quite well. And we can do this again. Another one here. We're already off to a good start here. Though I'd say that playing it takes a wee bit longer, but it's worthwhile. So, working our way down now from the bigger numbers, this is always a good place to start. What we've got here is an 11 here. And it's nice because it's just one number, so we can kind of not concentrate on what we've got. We've already got a square here to start with. Now, 11 is less than 15, so we can't just fill that in fully. But what we can do is, because we can see a gap of 2 here. Actually, I've just realised this is completely moot because we've actually finished this row. Because look, this is 12 now. Which means we've completed this row as well. So all we have to do is count another 10 from here. 3, 5, 6, 7. It's 10 and 11. There you go. So if we keep going, one of the nice things to do when you're kind of finishing off blocks from the bottom is if you get a row from the bottom, you can use that as an example. You know that this has the start of any numbers here because they're all already filled in. So if we look at what the column highlighted there, you got 1, 1, 2. So actually, this one's basically fully complete anyway, but 2 is the last number in this row. And we've already got 1 here, so we just fill in there, and that's 2. And then move along, so 1, nope, 1, don't have to do anything, again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Here's somewhere we have to do something, and then a 3. So there we go, look, we've just filled in that. And what it gives us here is these crosses to block off these numbers here. So if we start looking on the other side, so we look at the end of the row here, so we've got a 1, 3, 3. And we've got 2 blocks at the end here, so this has to be a 3. 2, 4, this has to be a 4. And then again, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already got it, so we can put a cross there. Then, again, just using the same logic again and again and again, because that's all Picross really is, we can fill this one upwards, so 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then because there's only one last space for that to go, has to be the 1. So, moving at quite a pace now. So if we just keep repeating this logic over and over, we've got 3s here, we can just, they're already finished, so is that, so is that, so is that. And that one. Moving down, just kind of follow the line of crosses along. What we've got here, we've got 2, we can fill that in, get rid of that. And we look at the column above it, because it's not complete, we can see that's a 2, get rid of that. And then this one here again, 2, because Because look, 1, 2. And then we can actually get rid of all of these, because we've got our 2 here, we've got 4 here. Can't be anything in between, because the column, there's nothing in between it. I know that you can mark off numbers on this, but it's kind of tedious. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. There's other Picross games that you can kind of do it. It'll do it automatically, which is a bit more user-friendly, a bit easier, but this game is a Super Nintendo game. Didn't have all the fancy user interface improvements. User experience improvements, there you go. So again, I've got an 11 in this column, so let's just fill it in. And then what have we got here? So looking at this row now. So 1 there, and here, and here, and here, and here. Which, if we look at what we've got in here, 1, 1, 2, and we've just crossed out everything else except this one. Nice thing we can do here is, well, we can get rid of that because we already knew that 11 was complete, and this is just a column of 1s, so any square that we have already marked in here, we can put crosses next to it all points. Just makes our bookkeeping a bit easier. So what have we got left? Well, 1, because here's our 1, another 1, and our 2's already at the bottom, we can just fill it in 2. And again, 1, 1, 1. See, there's the last one. Fill that in 2. So 3, 5, 2, it's 10. And we know there's a 1 here. So this section in the middle has to be a 9, because you can't have, because there's only 10 squares here, you can't have a 9 space and a 1, because that'd be 11 squares, so we can just fill all of that in from our starting block, if we ignore the mistake that was just made there. Because we already had a block that started it off, we knew that couldn't be the 1, which has to be now here. Had to be the 9. So, keeping going on this one, we've got our 10 here. Just follow that all the way down. There's only 10 spaces here, so we can do that. Same again. And look, there's the 1 at the bottom for that 10, so we can score that out. Now, here's one that's quite good. We don't know what it is. Well, we can work it out as we go, but you know, there's 3 spaces that a 2 could go in here, so your immediate thought would be, well, where does this go? So we'll work it through. It can't be at the top, because you can't put 2 spaces in the space of 1. So we can get rid of that. So here's where it could go, you know. We've got 2 spaces here, so we look at the rest of the line. We can see that there's a 1, a 3, a 1 and a 3. So we've already got 1 and a 3, so we actually have to put crosses here. Can't go there. Same logic applies for these 3 rows. 1, 3, 1, 3. Well, we've already got our 3's in these 3 blocks, so we'll get rid of them. Here, and again, this is not trial and error, but process of elimination, we have to be able to put it here. But again, if we look at how it matches up, so we've got 1, 5 and a 3, and there's only 3 here, so we can definitely put that there. And 1, 3 and a 3, we can definitely put that there. And there you go, there's our 2. And then because we know that was a 3, we can finish that off. That's that whole row done. That's a 5, we can finish that off too. So, looking pretty good. Another one of those 191 rows. Again, and just fill that in. Easy enough. And a 1, and a 1, and a 1. Also done. Very good. And then if you have a look at these 3 rows, 1, 3, 1, or 3 rather. So that means these are done. As are these. Again, we're doing pretty well here. And in fact, look, that's our very last square. So all we have to do now is... and we're done. And what we've got is a magnet. It's got to be, right? Can't be anything but. Could be a... building secretly linked between... we're really grasping there. It's clearly a magnet. Ishaku. Okay. Okay, so let's do the next one a bit faster. We'll kind of rip through them. These, we'll we'll not take the hint this time, actually. We'll just work it from scratch. In fact, we'll not rip through this one, because that would imply I'm any good at these. So we always start with the one that gives us the most information, and because that's a 0, we know that nothing can go here. So there you go. We've already been able to fill in an entire column. Nice and easy. It's a good start. So 12 here is probably the next best place to start. So once again, we're looking for... We've got 14 squares here, 12 of which have to be used. So you kind of want to work it from the middle out. So that's not quite our middle point. In fact, there's no middle point. So in fact, we have to fill in those two. And then you kind of want it equally spaced between each side. So 14, we've got 2 each side. So we can probably do that. Because if you 14 take away 12 is 2. So there's 2 points at each side where we don't know. This adds up to 10, so there's 10 squares that we can say, well, at all points within 14 spaces, 12 ticks are always going to occupy these 10 spots here. No matter what, because if I start the 12 here, it's going to end up here. Or if I start the 12 here, it's going to end up here. These are the common squares between all of those. So it gives us a pretty good starting point. So again, using that information that we now just got, we can continue onwards. So what have we got here? 4, 1, 1. Well, we know this bottom one's a 1. We can cancel that out. Same with this one. Same here, and here, and here, and here, and so on. You get the picture. So that one's a 3. We can actually do something there. That's a 2. We can get rid of that. So that gives us a couple of things here. We've got that 2 there, which is nice. We can cancel that. And in fact, we can actually just put that 2 there, and that's that entire row down. Same here. That's given us a starting point, because we know a 10 can't go in here. So we have to start it here, because you can't have a 10 that's broken over 2 sections. That wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't be a 10 then, would it? It'd be a 2 and an 8, or a 2 and a 7, I guess, if you wanted to fill in the same amount of space, but... yeah, so... let's fill that in. Where we're at. 3. Okay. And then again, we just always follow the kind of path of things that you've just figured out, because that's probably the easiest way to do it. So, at least in my books anyway. So we just cancelled off that, which gives us information about this column here. This has to be a 2, because if you look, we already had this one, and it goes down, and there was a cross here, so it has to go down. Which means we can do that, because that's our row complete, or column rather. And then here's our 12 that we filled in earlier. We knew where it was. We can just do that. So now we have our full 12. This here's a 4. Get rid of that. That's a 2. Get rid of that. Also get rid of these, just bookkeeping, and make sure it's done. Again, seeing where the crosses lead us. In this column, we've got our 4 and a 1. Am I using columns and rows right? Yeah, like a column, like a Greek column, you know? The columns go down. And rows on a shelf. Yeah, whatever. We know what we're talking about here. Even though we're not using the right words. So, that's a 4, because it has to be. If we look at the column here, it's a 4, then a 1, because we already had these 2, so I had to continue. Again, just keep going. So it's revealed us a couple of things here. We've got an 8 and a 2 here, so we can just do that. And this one's told us it's a 7. So there we go. 2 already complete, and we can get rid of that as well. So here's a nice quick one for this row. 2, 3, and a 2. None of those numbers can fit into here, and we already had that too. So we have to keep going. If we look here now, what have we got? These are 1s. So we'll cancel these out as well. Except this one isn't, because if you look, 1, 4, 3, we can add that in. 1, 2, 1? Yeah. Because again, 1, 2. Looking at here, get rid of that, get rid of those as well. So progress is swift. Here's 9 spaces, and we need 8 of them to be filled. So let's fill in 7 of them. And what have we got left? Well, that's revealed to us this, and that's that. Which means, what have we got here? 2, 2, and a 1. Now here's an interesting thing. So you could, in theory, it's probably not going to be the case. In fact, it's definitely not if we look at this row here, but for the sake of argument, you could have it go. So we've got 2, 2, and 1 here. So you could have it be 1, 2, space, 1, 2, and then this could be your 1. So we can't actually fill this in because it could also be, you know, a 2 anywhere in these 5, so just a single 2. And then this could be a 2, a space here, this could be a 1. So if we're trying to solve that row, we need to look around kind of the other areas to see what else we've got available to us. See what we can actually use to solve this piece of information, or this puzzle. So a 1, we'll look at this. I mean, this one's already solved for us because it's nice. Just so happens with the layout that we've already cracked that row. Because if you look here, what we've got 1 and a 1, and these 2 here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means this being the last checked square in this row has to be the 1, which turns this into half to being the 2. Now we still have a question about this, so it's not a solved row, but we've kind of solved whether it's the 2 is bunched up in here or spaced out. So it's all about using the information you've got available. And if we continue on that thought, so here's our 3. If we look at this one here, it has to be the start of something. That's a 3 because it's that row. Done and dusted. Here's another nice one for us. We've already got 3 1s in there, so we can check off these 3 1s. So mark that there. And then this has to be a 2. Checking this one off as well. 3 1s, so this has to be an 8. Which means we can just do that. Oh, there's a nice quick one for us as well. Actually, there's multiple quick things here, but that's a 1, and there's only one 1 in this row. So fill it in. Seeing the patterns emerging, we see, you know, how this progresses. So again, we've got a completed column here. We can just fill in all these crosses, and now these are the last squares in all of these rows. So this is a 2, get rid of that. This is a 3, get rid of that. That's just a 1, get rid of that. As that and that. Same logic. Last 2 here. That's our 2, that's our 3, so this is complete as well. Now we've got 6 here, but no queries about where that's going, because we've just got done 5 more. Right, so let's keep going then, so we can get rid of all of these. Still got 1 in here, we have no idea where that's going to go yet. This is our 7 blocks out of the 8, but we already know, and there's our 1, look at that. We didn't know a second ago, now we do. So, this is actually quite a nice little row here, a lot of numbers. Got 6, 1 and a 3. We've already got 3. This has to be our 1, because it was our next... It's our next filled-in square, so we can do that. Means this has to be 6. That's that column complete again. What have we got left? We've got a 2 and a 3. So here's another nice quick one that you can do. When you've already got filled in space like that, a 2 can't extend any further out than these 2 squares here, so we can just get rid of these. Which gives us information about this column here. So 3, 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3. Oops. You see, we had our starter block here, and we cancelled that out, so it has to go down. Same here, 2, 2, and 1. And that's that whole row complete. So 3 and a 1, that has to join. 1, 2, 1, we've already completed 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's our 2. There's another 2. Oops, that's not how you do that. There. And there, and there. Then that's our 3, because we couldn't put a 2 there, because it would be a 3. It has to be there. That has to go there, because look, 2, 2, 1. Our last block here. Create a radar dish. Surely. It's got to be, right? What on earth? Looks like parabora... Antenna. Parabolic antenna, I presume. Is that what they call radars in Japan? Well, it's a radar. We know that. That's what it looks like anyway, certainly. So, no hints. We don't need hints. So, let's start again. 15. It's always more fun to fill in than it is to cross out. So that's 2 rows done already. Here's a nice one first. There's a 5 here. This has to be a 5, so... Wow, look at all those 1s. Goodness me. Well, we'll get into that anyway. So there's your 5, because it starts here. You know, that's the last block, has to be there. And then that's where it started, so nice and easy. And because these are all 1s, we can do that. And that as well, if you look at the row. Then if we go down here, another 5. So we just fill it in like we did. Again, all 1s. Can't fill that in this time because look, that's an 11. And so much so, if you look, 1, there's 5, so that's 6. Another 5, so that's 11. We'll fill that in too. This row is now complete because it's just a 1-1. We did one at the top. Oops. One at the top and one at the bottom. That one's some sort of monstrosity where we could take guesses all day long at which side these go on, so we're not even going to think about it right now. Again, look at all these numbers. One thing that you can do is, you can kind of just use addition to solve some of these at times. If we use the same logic of... Remember when we had those 7s in a row? All the numbers in a row have to add up. If they add up to 15, then there's just gaps of 1 between each one. So if you just kind of add up all the numbers, and each time, between each one, you add another 1. So it's 1 plus 1, 2, plus 1, 3, plus 1, 4, plus 1, 5, plus 1, 6, plus 1, 7, plus 1, 8, plus 1, 9, plus 1, 10, plus 3, 13, and then a 14 for the gap, 15. So we know that this has to go, probably used to work from the back, 3 space 1 space 1. And it didn't mark any of those as wrong, so these have to be right. So, that was quite a boon to get that one there as well. Okay, so just looking at this row here, there's not really a huge amount else we can do in it, but we can cancel that out because this is all 1s here in this column. Which means that has to be our 2. We can cancel that out, cancel that out. In fact, one thing we didn't do was that. Probably is quite helpful. Do that up here too. Which gives us this 13. Which, again, doesn't give us a huge amount more. But looking at these rows, we've got that 2 there. 2 here. 2 here. 3 here. Goodness me. 2 and 1. Which has filled in that entire column as well. 2 2s, so get rid of that. This. Well, we know that was completed because we just filled those in. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Because remember, there has to be space for a 2. This is where a 2 starts off, so we can get rid of these as well. But we can also get rid of that because 2 2 1. And there we go. That's another 2 because of the column. You get the picture. So, here we've got another good one. So a 2 could go here, and it could go here, but one of these, this has to be a 2, because it could either be the starter 2 or the second 2. Because there could be a 2 here in theory. We'll put that there. And then again, 1, 2, fill that in. Get rid of that. 2's here. Same logic, there could be a 2 in here, somewhere, but this has to be a 2 anyway. could be here, so we can't actually fill in crosses in the rest of those squares yet. Just completed that. It's 2, another 2. So this here has to be a 3. So we can cross that off. So keep following this down. We've already got a 1 at the bottom here. So this has to be a 2. And it's that whole row complete, column completed. Moving pretty swiftly now. Getting the hang of this. 1, 2, 1, 1. Well, this has to be a 2, because you can't put 2 in here. And in fact, that's that completed, because look, 1, 2, 1, 1. Lightning fast. So 2, 2, 4, 1. Well, there's our 1. This has to be part of a 4. We don't know if it goes all the way along here, but because there's 2 spaces here, 2 spaces here, we can totally do that. And then cancel that out. Now, because we just did that, well, actually, we can't do that because this is 2, 2, 4, 1. Could be the theory that that's not a 2, those are just spaces. And then 2 could go here, these 2 spaces here, gap, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, try not to bang my controller off the desk. There's no guarantee of what that one is. But what we can do is this. So look, 1, 2, 1. And get rid of all of these. Ah, now, that starts to let us solve this one here. So, looking at the info, 2, 2, 1. There's your 1. There's your mystery, whatever this is. And a 2 the other side. Has to be a 2. Moving down. 1, 2. Again, have to do that. Every single one we put in, remember, they're all 1s. We can just add the crosses right beneath them. So what have we got left? 2, 3, 1. Has to do that. This row is the same thing. We should probably be doing that too as well. Filled that in based on the information on the row. You see, 3, 1, 1. Look, all of that's done. So is that. So is that. Look at this. These rows are done. So this. Goodness. Didn't even notice that. 2 here. Get rid of that. 1, 1, 1, 1. And look. Yep. So we can get rid of those too. Because, again, look. 1, 1. Spaces 1, 1. Seems to be pretty good going now. So, because there's only a space here, we can now fill this in. Which means that that cannot any longer be that 2 that we talked about earlier. Because there's no space for it anymore. So we can get rid of that. Put that 2 in there now. And then cancel that, put that here, cancel that, because that's what we have in this column. Has to be a 2 as well. It's a nice wee square of blocks there. So we got 2. 1, 1, 2. 2. 1, 2, 1. We've already done that. 2 and 1. Well, these are all 2s. We look in the row. So that has to be there. Get rid of that. This has to be here. And we're done. A set square and a ruler. Why would we... Did we ever even use a set square? I feel like all my time in maths back in school, never once used a set square. Ruler obviously is pretty handy, but... Maybe if you're a carpenter? Something you'd maybe use a set square? Keep those angles perfect? You know, you want to... Put it in a corner? Why would you not just... Surely there'd be a better tool for that. Yogi. Alright. I wonder if that... What does that translate to? Mathematical tools? Anyway. let's just keep going for the moment. Take a quick drink of water. Okay. Ooh, look at all these zeros. I've been blessed. And then it's 15 to 2. Excellent. Bit of a strange one, this. So let's just go down the rows and see what we've got. See a few things of interest. This 5 here, and fill it in, because that's a 1. Get rid of that. Same here, look, 5, 1, 5, so 5 and 5, because there's only spaces there for a 5. Now if you look at the numbers here, so we've got a 5, we have to fill that in. And then 3 space 1, so that's a 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. See? Let's just go with I held down the A button for too long there. That's a 5, 2 gaps, has to join, can't not be. Cancel those. Just because we're here, I know this is a bit eclectic, but cancel all of those as well, because it's a 4. Can't put 4 in a space of 2, same with a 9, same with a 5. We'll also join that 5 as well. And then if we look at this row, 1, another block, and a 1, because that's the end one, so this has to be your 3. Which makes that have to be your 4. Because that's a 1, we can put X's on each side of it, because if you look at the row, a point, like you can see where I'm pointing. There you go, look, that's where I pointed. Not very helpful, but, well actually no, it was extremely helpful, because look, we were able to highlight that. And then we go up, and do the same here and here, because there's only 1s, so they have to be 1s. Cancel that out, this is now our 5. Get rid of all of those. Same, oops. That was a 5. I was thinking of this row. We did have the logic though, but we can do that too. 1. So this is a 9. So we've already got 3 blocks of it, and there's 4. How many spaces have we got? We've got 12 in total. So we have to have minimum 3 each side. Is that true? There's a difference of 3, sorry, yeah. So we can do that. And so what we've got here, we've got 6. So either way, if the 9 starts up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or it starts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 9. Never said maths wasn't useful. So again, filling in off of the information. We got that 1, we got that 3. 4 and a 2. That completes that row. There's our 3. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Well, actually it does. We have to put that there because of the 1. That's not why I wanted to put it there. Or it's not where I wanted to put it actually, but it does work. That was where we need to put that X. So now, just by the magic of continuous adding to the puzzle, we've got that 5 filled. Cancel that out. Look, there's your 1s. And look, that cross at the bottom, dead handy, because that allows us to see that these 3 squares, oh, sorry, 2 squares, give us the 9. Cross is there, because that's only 1s. So this 6, these 6s can ask you a lot of questions here, because you could have it so that the first 6 stops here, and goes all the way up to here, because that would be your full number. There's 4 in between. 4 plus 2, 6. Or it could start at the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, and then this could be your second 6. So it's unclear where we can go. Probably not. What you can do is you can actually overlay these two. So you could have 6, 6 with a gap at the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stops here, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you can think about it in your head, you would start at the top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for each one, you look at where the respective 6, so the first 6 and the second 6, see where they overlay on each other, and then fill in the common squares. Harder to do in this mode because we get punished for, you know, tracing stuff out, but, so we don't want to do it here. We're also kind of running short on time, so we can't dally much longer. So we can't really afford to do any of that right now. Well, we could, because if you look here, we can fill in those 4, because regardless of what we're doing here, it has to come up to this point. So we can fill those in. So again, these are all 1s. And get rid of those as well. So 1, 2, we can't have that, so this here, oops, has to be a 1. Same with this, just because that's a 1, but we don't know about that top one. In fact, we do, look, because there's no 1 in there. And now, look at this. So, that's been the helpful piece of information about our 6. We can no longer have that second 6 starting here, because there's not enough spaces. So we'll fill it. I just fully miscounted. Oh, I am very low on time. Let's just crack through this now. And then, here's your 5. 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 1. Yep. In fact, that's all of those, isn't it? 2, 1, 2, 1. Can't have anything there. 1, 3, 1. Get rid of all of those. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Same with you. And we're done. Gosh, that like the mistakes compound. It's dangerous stuff. Well, it's a plug in a wall socket. An American one. Or maybe a Japanese one? I don't know what a Japanese plug looks like. Not a British one, that's for sure. Where's the earth? Did you switch on and off the wall? It's just dangerous. Consent. Consento. That's Let's I presume I maybe was reading that wrong. Really what plug is called? That's very strange indeed. Anyway, let's keep going. So when you start to do this a lot, you can recognize the patterns. So our 13 here, we can just continue, we can fill in that like we do every time. We got our 8s here, because if you look, those are all 8s. In fact, we can just fill in this big block right here. Not often you get to do that. And then these are all 7s by the look of it, 5 and 2 on each side. So we can do this, 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 and this, and that. In fact, we can also do this. Not that one. And that, and that, and that gives us our 2s here. So we're already off to a flying start. There's a 5. Mark that up. 2 there. Same on this side. Oops. So, one thing I've personally never learned how to do in these games, I presume there is something that you can do with the symmetry of a puzzle. Because if you look here, they're all pretty much like it's exactly the same each side. So in theory, you could just fill in one side, and whenever you make the change, you just fill in the other exactly the same. Now I don't know, this is the thing that will tell you if that's true or not. I don't know how you calculate that, I don't know how you figure that one out, so... yeah. Interesting indeed. Anyway, let's keep going. So there's our 2s, because we've marked those out, which gives us our 13. Because 15 less 2, 13. There's our 5s, which gives us our 2s. Cancel those out as well. That's a 2, and that's 1, 2, 3. Same here. Here's what we've got going on in this one. 2 and a 2. And we've got a 1 in there. And a 3 here. Get rid of these as well. 2s. threes. Puzzle's just kind of revealing itself as we go. Not particularly complex on this one. Because we were able to, we started with the bottom, got that big block, and then just followed the trail of the blocks up. So we can do that as well. And then if we look at the, so what we've got available left, a 2 here, and a 2 here. We've got a 3 here, and a 3 here. These are 1s, so we can do that, which means those are 2s, so we can do that. Not anything to cross off though, but these are 5s, which gives us all of that. So these are 5s, like there's a plural there, it's just the 1 5. Oh, and we're already done. And there you are, a rice ball, a jelly donut. Something relatively delicious looking. Well, not like that, it's I'd be quite impressed if somebody handed me a rice ball that was had such perfect definition on each side. Taken really, maybe they've taken their a set square from earlier to. Oh dear. Anyway, it's a rice ball. We know that. Onigiri. Wow. Never heard that one before. Keep going. Number F. 3rd floor. See? 3F. 3rd floor. No hints. We don't like hints. We just... The game gives us enough as it is. So let's fill in the information that we've got. It's a 5 and a 7, and there's only a 5 and a 7 left on this row. And then we can fill in the 8 from here. Look at that. A 1, that's a 1, that's a 1. Another 8. This is how, you know, how these patterns emerge. This is how... oops, that's not right. Super Picross is good. It's very... something therapeutic about just working your way through it. It's fun. What have we got there? 1, 2, 2. That has to be a 2 regardless. In fact, it's the second 2. Where's your other one? There's a 3. Get the picture. 5. Get rid of that as well. It's all coming together. Nothing there, nothing there. That's your other 3. Oh, look. It kind of looks like that picture's already mostly complete. But probably isn't. There's your 3, because look. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. That's a 2. 1, 3, 3, 1. Can't do anything there yet. Well, actually we can, because look, again, there's our 3. And because it's caged in there, we can do that. Let's fill in that and that as well. And these are all 1s, because we already filled in our 5. Okay, actually. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 1. Well, same logic. What's we got here? 3 and a 3. Fill those, because we need those. That was your 3 at the top. It's like a little person. Strange. Right, there's your 5. And another 5. These are all 1s. We can do that. That's a 7. Ooh, it's a 7 too. There's only 4 1s there, so we can do that. So look at that, it's a 1, a 2, so we can mark that. A 1, a 3. 1 to 2. 5 to 2. Oops. Misread that. Can't do that. Excuse me, what I was looking for there was... see, we can mark that off. Start building up where the 4 is up there, but we can't. So that's a 2. But we know it's also a 1 in the row. Rid of that. There's your 2. It's like a squat version of this one. And it's smaller. 1, 3, 1, 1, so we can now do that. Very nice. 2s can't go in there. There's your 4. And another one. 7. Big head. 5. That 4 is already complete. 1, 1. Nothing for us to do there. It's like a... No, it's the shoulders, but it kind of looks like a moustache. Look. We join all that up, which we are going to. Look, kind of... You see it on the bottom? I can't highlight it anymore. Kind of looks like a moustache. Instead of a neck. It's 2 eyes in the middle, and moustache at the bottom. The lady, though. Please. Kokeshi. I don't know. Funny little statues. Keep going. Let's keep it going. Gosh. Excuse me. A lot of zeros again. Look at all that. And then, we can already fill that in, because 11 is 15 take away 4. Now, in a space of 11 that we've just established, our 9 is the equivalent of 11 take away 2, so we can fill in 7 in the middle. And then we have to figure out what 2 each side these go on. So since we're at the top, we might as well just start filling in from the top down. So, 2, 2, 2, oops, 2, 2, 2, 2, there you go, very interesting. 5, can't fill in, can't guarantee if it's going any higher than that, but we can guarantee it's not going any lower. There's a 6 again. There's another 9, except this time, actually full 9, because where it started and ended. Very handy. Same with these 4s. Get rid of those. Oops. Well, actually, we could do that anyway. 3's here. Get rid of that 2, because we just filled it in. Same with that 3. Because again, look, 1 space, 1, 2, 3. 1 space, 1, 2, 3. In fact, look at that. 1, 2, 3, space, 1, 2, 3. In fact, that has to go like that. That's the other good thing about counting some of this stuff out, is... Oops. Because... as you start to count it out, you realise, oh wait, hold on, there's only so much space left. I can just fill this in. Yeah, and look at that. There's our 2. That has to be a 2. These... Oh, that's a 9. We'll fill that in a minute. Did that there too. Look me. Thank you. See, not one of those was X's. But it doesn't punish us for putting X's there, so that's good. But then if we actually start to look at what's here, so 2 and then 11, well, if we look at what's been taken up already, 1, 2, 3, 4, so these have to be 11 here. Same again. 2, 9, 1, well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, space, 1. Oh, and it's done. That's gotta be a beer can bottle opener, right? Beer can opener. What? I feel like doing something very wrong if you're trying to open beer with a bottle opener. Sanuki. Kinda looks like a bottle opener. Maybe it's like a... the sort of thing you'd wind up an old-fashioned clock with. What do you even call those? I'd just call it a key. I don't think it really matters. What matters is we solved the puzzle. Isn't that great? Okay. No zeros again. Oops. And then, again, what we can do is look at all these numbers where there's just not space for them. Suspiciously spaced for a 1 there, but not in any of these rows here. There it goes. So we've blocked off 3. 1, 2, 3. So 15. Take away 3 is 12. It's not quite 11 though. But 12 take away 11. It's 1. So we have to have a space of 1 on each side. I don't think I've ever, like... for as long as I've been solving these puzzles, I don't think I've ever articulated that. I feel like it's made a little bit of this easier. Just based on that fact. It's always interesting how saying something out loud can just kind of solve it for you. Look at that. Do that too. That goes up to 3, so we can mark off those. Right. That has to be your 2. Because there's no way a 3 could fit in there. And a 2 can fit here. And that one, well, that's the only thing that can go in there. That's a 9. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wonderful stuff. Fill that in, because there's now 2 spaces each side. And 7 minus 5. Or sorry, 7 minus 2 is 5, which is what we had in the middle. Or minus... whatever. You get a picture. You know what we're going for here. Let's put 10 here. 8. Well, we've already got 3. There's a space here, so we can put another here. Get rid of those. Which allows us to fill in these. 7s. Very nice. In fact, look at that. We can actually just do that. This, and this, and this, because there's your 4 already. Going well here. What else have we got? That's a 2, that's a 3. And then because we know these are 7s, we had 6 there, so we'll put that 7 in. And get rid of all of that. And this as well. Get rid of that. There's 6 there, because look, it entire occupies that whole square, or the whole column there of 5. Add in that. And we've got our access to our 3 here. Very good. We've got 7 out of the 8 here. We've actually got 7 out of the 7 there, which is nice. Which means we can do that too. Oh, is this Australia? Sure looks like it. 2, 3, get rid of that. 5. Not very good at counting at a glance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got 5, 2, and 3, so that has to go there. Oops. It's got to be, right? Could it be somewhere else? Well, we'll see when it adds colour. My guess, green for the middle section, blue for the outer. Or brown. Australia. How could you have ever guessed that? Wow. Must be some kind of genius to figure that one out, obviously. Okay, let's keep going. Fill in what we can. Here's a 15. Here's a 14. Here's a 13. Another way you can look at these is 14 is 1 less than 15, so it has to go less each side. So if you just know what a 15 looks like, you now know what a 14 looks like. And then you know what a 13 looks like, and a 12, and a 10, and you get the picture. Only ones at the bottom, except at each end, because there's a 2 and 2. Now we have our 13, yeah. So let's just keep counting these up. 2. That's 3. It's an 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there a guide to the next one? 3. Cancel these out. You know, you tidy up as you go. Chef's mantra. Certainly no chef. You saw things to cook, you would certainly agree with that. Oh, that's not how you do that. That's a 5. And actually, what we can do is this. It's gonna look like a crane. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, that's extremely not correct. See? Yeah, this kind of looks like a crane to me. That 2, because look, that's the 2, that's the last one in the row. You can fill that in 2. 1, 2, 1. There's a 1 there. That's a 1, 2. Get rid of those, because that's it. Complete! Same here, actually. And here. Whoa, moving my light speed now. Clear my throat there. No, it's still there. Right. There's your 2. That's a 5. 11. That was a bit of a guess. It wasn't a guess, but I just couldn't be bothered counting it out, you know. Get rid of those. So this has to be a 3 now. Very good. So if we look at this, that's actually what it has to be. Because there's only space for 1 each side. That's a 2. That's a 1. There's your 4. Now 1 could go here, and has to, which means there's our 6. Oops. That's there. That's there as well. Because look, that was a... we'd already got the 4, so this was already complete. This was a 2, so we had that one there. Now we've just completed it. And we just completed that 4. Nothing else. Nope, no sorry. Okay. Right, what else have we got? 4 and a 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, space 1. Sometimes it's worth just taking a stab in the dark. I mean, it's not strictly a stab in the dark, I guess. Because you're using some logic to deduct what's going on there. That's your 5. That's actually that complete. Look. There's that saddle 1 sitting by itself. 6, 1, 1. Oh, whoops. So that's why I like when they autofill when you've already done most of it. Even though actually I still would have got that wrong, because I didn't fill in the 6 first. Though, because we've done pretty much everything. Oh no, I guess, yeah, we tried to put it there, so it worked. And 4, a 2, and 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. 3, 1, 1. Has to be here. This definitely is a sewing machine. How much I can tell you. Not a crane. Though you can see where I'm coming from. That still kind of looks like a crane, doesn't it? Guy would sit, you know, the person would sit in the top, kind of right part of it. In the middle there. It's definitely a sewing machine though. Meet soon, meet Sean. How do we animation the look? Look at that. Interesting how just flicking the... If you look at the top right of it there, just kind of flicking the colour back and forth gives it the illusion of spinning. It's cool. It's just a simple technique, but for something from animation, very useful. So here's just so I happen to see them. 1 plus 1 plus 13 is the same as 2 plus 13, which is 15. There you go. Got a 15 there. 12 and 2, same idea. There's a 2 there, just for good measure. 13. Let's fill in these. Get that. That's a 4. That's a 5. Ooh, 9. Remember, always mark off the crosses. 'Cause look, that would have been a quick and easy one for us to see. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a 7. And a 6. 5, 4, 2. Can't put the 5 in there. We can't continue the 5 any further along because we've only got 3 of them. Same here. Oop, not that one. Can't put that 2 there either. In fact, can't put 2 anywhere other than in one of these 2 spaces. It has to be there. Look at that. Moving like lightning now. 6, 7. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. There's your 5. Get rid of those. What have we got left? There's a 1 here somewhere, but it's not there. Must be. It must. Okay. Strange inputs. 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. Your 5's already complete. Your 5's already complete. Your 7's already complete. 2, your 4, your 5, your 6. Your 5, so that one has to go here. And there. We're done. Oh, it's a beaker. Chemistry beaker. Like those ones from Rhythm Heaven. Is it Love Science? Love Lab. Good game. Flask. Yeah, flask. With a fascinating reaction going on in it. Red to red to purple to blue. I like that it gives us little animations at the end there. Kind of a nice wee extra. Will say, I keep thinking that, like, on abstract, what we're looking at here is... it's like a landmass of some kind. And then you kind of defocus your eyes a wee bit and you realise it's just Luigi. Huge, pixelated Luigi staring at you. Very tenacious link to... tenuous link to Mario franchise, this game. But it's a fun little Picross. So hard to complain. Is that all we can fill in there? 13? Yeah, -2 each side. 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. Get that on the way back down. 2, 3. Always nice when it gives you a bunch of information like that from the get-go. What else have we got? These are 2s. These are all 5s as well. Meant to fill in that as well, but... oops, not like that. Not like that! It's gonna cause us problems. These have to be 4s. The 1 goes in somewhere in the middle like that. Okay, let's keep going. Based on the symmetry, my guess would be that the 11 is symmetrical, so it's not going to be lopsided. That's the sort of thing that I think symmetry can help you with. You know what? Let's put this to the test. Let's just guess it. Well, there you go. We were correct. Incredible. I mean, it's hardly revelatory science, but you know, it's the sort of thing that's good to keep in mind, good to be aware of. 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's almost as if there. perfectly symmetrical. Ooh. Wrong button. 2, 2. 2, 2. That's a 3. 2. That's a 3. It's a weird looking thing, this one. 3. Do the same over here. Kinda looks like a star, look at that! Yay! What is this? Do that and that, because you can't fit a 3 in a space of 1. 2. Again, sorry. We've got 2 here. Or sorry, we've got 5. So this gives you your 1 here. And then because if we look at the column, you got 2. And then we can get rid of those 2. And something we neglected to do for a while, we can't do that, but we can do this. And actually we could have done that, which makes that and that. Oh, it's a medal, it's some sort of Medal of Honor. Already got our 1, 2, 1 there. 7, 1, 2. Well, that's a 1. There's your 3. There's your other 3. What a nice medal. That's always something really satisfying in like those old kind of top-down shooters when you pick up the medals. Something good about like it's a good point reward. It's a medal. Control. The last one. L. Not for Luigi. Well, could be. Maybe we're going to draw Luigi in this one. Hint. No. Why would we do it? Why would we do that to ourselves? The last one when we've done so well at this point, and we ruin it all by taking a hint. Terrible idea. No, we can solve this without no hints, he says, as he makes a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3. Another 1. That is part of a 7. 7, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, the way that this music just kind of worms its way into your brain. Dangerous. Not good. I mean, it's good. It's enjoyable. But it's not good. Bad time. 2, 1, 4. Oops. Elicits like a physical response. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's talk about the music. Well, I mean, no, it's good, it's enjoyable, it's fun. Anyway, don't want to hear me sing. It's never gonna end well. So, what we got left? It's an 11 here. That's the row I'm focusing on. You've seen me move the cursor over a few times now. We've already got 2 cancelled out, so effectively it's just a 13, which means we have to leave 2 each side. Because 13 minus 11 is 2. There goes that. What have we got left? That's a 1. This also has to be a 1. So does that. It's probably quite likely to be a 3. 3, 1, 3, 1. 1 space. 1, 2, 3 space. Oh look, you made a mistake here, you. Oh no, not. 1, 2, 3. Space, 1, space, 1, 2, 3. I've misread that row. That there, that there. Because again, those are just ones. Look at the columns. See that? Look, I guess I never actually demonstrated what happens. Literally nothing. You just mark that and it goes red. It's just for your own bookkeeping, really. I don't find it that useful. It's more of a hassle than it's worth. We can just keep mental track of what we actually got. Because it's slightly easier. Just remember to fill in the crosses when you're done. That's what you need to do. Because if you don't, well, I tell you now, that would be a very difficult way to play this game. Hint, hint, Konami's Picross. Not filling in crosses makes things very difficult. It's doable, just not that fun. I mean, it kind of is fun, but it's just because Picross is fun. Oh, we got 3 ones. So that has to be like that. That's a 5. Come up to there, or come up to there. Except it can't, because look, we've already done that. There's a 3. There's your 5. In fact, look, 114 in this column. Get rid of that. There's your other 4. What have we got left? Well, this one has to go here, which makes it into a 4. Makes that into a 2, makes that into a 5. It's one of those ones that probably would have helped us a little bit earlier, but we're done now. This is a very strange looking shape. That's maybe just me, but I kind of see Balrog from Cave Story in there. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, that's 10, so yep. Get rid of that though, and this. Could be there. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Which is that? Look, it was there. It was there after all. This looks like a car with helicopter blades. What are these? Because look, there's clearly wheels. But that looks like a helicopter. Well, all will be revealed. Time will tell. In due course. It's the little ones, it's kind of... Oh, actually, this is all done though. They're always a bit of a pain. 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. We've only got 3 here, so that has to go there. That's your 4. Get rid of those. That's 3. Oh, eking ever closer to the finish here. And there it is. It's totally an ambulance, but I presume that's gonna animate and show like a road moving past, or buildings, or... Oh no, it's the siren. It's like the light coming off the siren. See? Yeah, there you go. Makes a lot more sense than an ambulance with helicopter blades. Maybe that's the solution for the future. I mean, they would just be too big. Oh wow. I'm not even gonna try and say that. Oh well, actually it's not bad. QQ Sha. Oh, Mario's got something to say. Congratulations. Level 3. Cleared it. Let's move on to the next level? I don't know. I'm still curious as to... What does this button do? Oh, it's like training how to play. I presume that is like a... You didn't make a single mistake, so we've highlighted it red for you. Speaking of good music, just take a second. Let's appreciate this. It's really something, isn't it? It's just like a great little loop. Oh, cracking stuff. Yeah, why don't we do some Wario? It's Wario's Super Picross. What is this background? What is the top of Wario's head? Why don't we leave that? Let's see if we can finish the Mario one. It's Luigi again. What is he doing back there? World 4. No hints. We can do this. Off to an interesting start. Lots of zeros. Gosh, look at this. 0, 0, 0, 0. Wow. Well, that's a star and a half. Well, again, let's just fill in what we can. By now you should know what we're doing here. Well, no, you shouldn't. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. So we've got our 6. 5 and a 6. One that makes that 11. Because 5... Oh no, it's 12. 5 and 6 and 11, but plus 1. Remember, gap between the two. That's all we can do at least. Ooh, well... We just sacrificed 2 minutes for a hint, basically. Ugh. Don't feel good, that one. Does not feel good. Oh well, keep moving on with what we've got. Like a fast car or something. No, that's a bit too... It's a bit too small for a fast car. No, it definitely doesn't look like one anymore either. Heard of those as well. What else we got? Oh, these are 4s. Oops. Oh, we can fill in that 6 now as well. What is this? Very strange. I was going to say it looks like a very squished apple, but I think this is a putting range, or like the green. Oh. Seems to be half the challenge. Golf, no. Green, yeah. Interesting to see one with a lot of zeros in it, like... I feel like in a lot of Picross I've done, don't really see that. They do make quite liberal use of the zeros, I must say. Oops. To here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same over this side. A bit of symmetry going here. So that's your 9, because look, 15 less 4 is 11, 9, or 11 less 9 is 2. Look, 1, 2. There's a 3, and a 2 there. We can just join this up, because there's only 1, so it has to join. And then from the 6 we can add that. And we can add those, I think. What's this set up to? 4, 9? Yeah, we can add one more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already looking good. So there's a nice one there. We've got 2, 1, 1, 2. But you couldn't fit a 2 in there, because then this would be a 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. So we'll cross that out. That's a 5. That's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 4. Ooh. 2, 1. What's that? 6 and 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. In good progress. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now fill in a little bit of this 5. A little bit more of this one. Actually get rid of that in its entirety. And look, there's our 2 finally completed that we were talking about earlier. Now there's no 4s in this line. And it goes 3, 1, 2. So there's your 1, there's your 2. This has to be your 3. Then 1, 1. There it goes. That's a 2. Oh, look at that. There's your 4. There's your 5. Ooh, wow. That's coming along right nice. 3, there's a 4. Has to go there. That gets to go there now. Kinda looks like a mushroom. 1, 4, 2. Ooh, oops. Oh, we never filled in these. Has to go there then. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, because we only had that one at the top. Gosh. Well, we can cancel out these then. All of those. Symmetry tells me that that probably should be the case, but look, it's not symmetrical. 1, 1, 1, 1, 4. 5, 1, 5. Still a 5. Ooh. That was a mistake, but because... Oh, no, this is the Mario game. We're not playing the Wario game yet. I guess we also could have looked and just made the calculation. We did have all the information available to us. So it's not that bad. Did we already have 8 there? Didn't even realise. Just means that has to go there. Okay. That's a 7, and the 9 row above it has 1 more either side. So that has to be 9. 2. 1, 1, 2. I feel like I'm one of those weird number stations. This is why actually Picross is all about, is if you say the numbers in a particular order, it activates some sort of weird sleeper agent. Just saying the numbers. Only in Japan though. So I gotta hope that that particular sleeper agent isn't listening to this. But what they do? Go and engrave cross puzzles onto the world. That's what these stone tablets are actually. That's what they're gonna go out and do. Leave these all over the place. Matsuri Sawa? It's a fan, a festival fan. One of those fans are any good. Useful for keeping yourself cool. In festivals in the summer. You have a summertime festival? It must be. It must have to be. Most complicated way of doing these 2 rows as possible. Okay, so start with our 10 here because that's probably the easiest one. 10 is 15 less 5, has to be 5 either side, but in this instance, we've got a 1. So even if the 10 came all the way down to here, there would have to be these 2 spaces free. So it means at minimum, this is the lowest the 10 can go. So we actually only have, what's that? 13 spaces. So there has to be 3 either side. We can add these 2. That gave us this. which is a barrier. It's quite nice because that can get rid of that, that. Look at this. And that. And then and then we go along the other way. So you can't put 2 here, or here, or here. Can't put 4 here, or here, or here. In fact, the only one place you can put 4, that's in 4 blocks. Can't put a 2 here, but we can't get rid of these because these 2 could be a 1. However, neither of them can be a 1. So we actually have to put it here. And there's your 2. That's a 3. We've got here, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. 2. How many more do we need here? 1, 2, 3, 4. None. It's 4 plus 1 plus 5. Get rid of all of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Get rid of all of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. That's a... yeah, that is a 2. We're next. Following down the line, I think maybe the best bet here. So, can't guarantee any of those, because it's a 3, could be coming back. But we can't get rid of those. Right. 6 and a 1. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 has to go in here because it can't go down here. So what we can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which also means we can get rid of that. And that. Very nice. How do we do this one? 1, 2, 3 either side. That's a 4. And that there is a 1. Oh, which means that's a 3. And not a lot more. Actually, we can get rid of those. So that's a 5, we can do that. Since this is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna see how it comes together like this. It has to be a 2 because you couldn't have the 4 bleeding into there. That's a 5. Didn't notice these are 5s. Maybe I did. I just didn't register saying it out loud. That's 4s, that's your 8. Done and dusted. There's a 4. That's a 5. Look, we've got these crosses at the top. So we should really be making use of these. 4, 2, 1. Another one that's kind of hard to discern what on earth this is. Ooh, we didn't know that, but we got it right all the same. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, space, 1, or... Can it not? Oh. Because look, it could have been 1, 2, 3, 4. Space 1. Oh, but then you wouldn't be able to go back up to the top, so of course that was wrong. Whoops. What have we got there? There's your 7, so that has to be a start of your 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've already filled that in. There's another nice thing some more modern Picross games have, that when you highlight like a section, so for instance if I put my cursor over this section, I have to count that because, well, I'm a very bad judge at being able to quickly look at it, even though what you should be using is see that it's filled up between the green lines. Anyway, it'll highlight it and then it'll just tell you how many rows, how many blocks are in that row. Which would be nice because I had to count that first. Basically, no, I'm just lazy. And I'd like the game to do as much thinking for me as it can. I don't know if that's a 3 or a 2 yet, but we do know that's a 2. Oh, we do that, we do that, and now we know that's a 3. Can't do that though. 7. Still not sure what this is. Mine's going. We're losing it. It's a rabbit. Though, really... like a really fat rabbit with tiny legs. It's a very strange looking beast. It's not a rabbit. Oh, it's like a vulture. You can see where I was coming from with the rabbit though, right? I think we'd eat a rabbit. It's condor, it's not even a vulture. Yeah, whatever, we were close enough. Move on to 4D, the 4th dimension. Time, 30 minutes. Let's go. I've got these zeros down to a science now. Look at that. Whoa, look at those 10s, in fact. Look at all these 10s. I promise you that was not just a guess. Oops. One. Easy enough to add those in. Get that in there as well. That's really helped us actually. Oops. In fact, look at that. Look at that. The only possible way those could work is like that. Looks like one of those, my guess is this is probably going to be a castle or something. But it kind of looks like one of those puzzles, like, you know, you'd get it, what was the Mario for Game Boy called? Was that in that game? Whatever, you like choose the top and then, you know, you follow your finger down these lines and you have to take every... Like, I'll show you. Like, we start here and then we'd have to go down. Oh, there's a path here, I have to take this one. Oh, there's a path here, we go down. And if there were more paths, maybe it makes more sense, but... it's a bit too equal at the moment, isn't it? I have no idea what this is meant to be. What? What is this? It looks like fencing now. As in, like the thing you put in your garden, not the sport. Okay. Three, 1, 1, 3, 3. It is this thing, look. That's totally right, yeah. I was right, that's, well, assuming you start filling the rest of it, it was quite a good guess. Yeah, look. And we even followed it in the same way. We had chosen the winning path. Omida Kuji. Amida Kuji? The line prize thing. That's what I'm going to call it. Not a lot of information on this one. But with there not being a lot of information, there's also not a lot. of squares to fill in. Got quite a good time of it this time. Right, what have we got left? Something about that wee whistle that makes you want to move. 8. How many squares have we got left? 12. Which means we can fill in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Oops. Do that. Can't have that there. Because look, we did that across here because we'd completed this row. You can't have a 5 in the space of a 1. And an 8 can't overlap across, so we got that too. Here's your 9. Now that 4 gets a little bit bigger. Fill in those ones. Fill in this one here as well. That has to be a 3. That's a 1. Could this be our elusive crane that we never got? That has to be a 1. Means the 3 has to go in here. Also has to be a 1. Again, another 1, and another 1, and another 1, and another 1. Oh, wow. Fill that in now. This does not. This would be a pretty substandard crane were this the case. I would not want to be someone working on the worksite with this crane. The 3 in there, so we can get rid of that. Add another one to this 5. There's the rest for this row. 2 and a 1. 1 and a 1. Get rid of that then. How many ones there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, click. Goodness me. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's a 1. Very close here. 1, 1, 1. It's 4. It's 3 spaces for 1 there, but it can't be here. 2, 1, 1 can't be here either. 1, 1 could be here though. Has to. Oh, oh, we've made a mistake. Oh, no, we're not. I'd fully misread that. Well, we did make a mistake by filling in that block when we didn't mean to. It is a good thing that it nicks you for that one, but I guess had it auto-filled that in, I wouldn't noticed. So, clearly, I am faultless, definitely. That's absolutely the case here. Just a bit of a silly person. Okay, 3 or 2. What is this? We've not even got anything to go off there. Some strange shape in the middle. And something that kind of looks like a chest of drawers, maybe? Really elegant chest of drawers. Or it's a waiter holding up a really big tray, maybe a pizza's on it. But this doesn't make any sense at all. The colour's not helping me here. I can see that it's out the ocean now. Like a lighthouse? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's a diving board! That is not something... well... I could not have told you that was a person. Just a right angle. Like, I see it now in the animation, but... prior to that, was not happening. Not happening at all. Let's keep going. See if we can get this finished and maybe call it there, but oh, look, we can't immediately fill anything in here. Well, we can't block out an entire row. It's been quite some time. So, we will do our 12s. These are all 1s. A shame. Give us a whole lot more information. And that's another 12. But 1 space, so we need only 1. Still part of a 3. Well, actually, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of good information there, because these are all 3 parts of 3s onto here. So we can just do that. And get rid of all of these. Very nice. Oops, not you. Well, maybe you, but at the moment we don't know that. There's an 8. There's another 8. There's your 9. We can add a little bit more to our 12 now. Just 1. And we can continue this. Very good. Oh, we can actually, more than that, we can get rid of those. Add in stoppers here, which turns these into 3s. That's your 2. Get rid of that. These are 1s. Because there's only 1s in this column. 12s. Excellent. Moving faster than I might have initially expected based on the complexity of this, and there's only 5 1s in there, so we can just do that. Oh, so many 1s, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 6. So we need 2 in here. If it was 3, that would be nice and easy. Is it 1, 2, 3? 1 has to go here, here. 1 has to go here, here. But we filled in enough, so we know where it's meant to go. Now we can do that. And that. All of that. Oh, didn't realise that had been revealed either. Nope, can't do that. Oh yes, we can actually. And then that becomes a 1 and a 1. This is a 5, because that's also a 1. As is that. There's your 2. There's your 2. There's a 1. There's your 1. 1, 1, 2. 2, 1. Very good. It's a 3 and a 4. 3 and a 4. This is another weirdy one. Kind of looks like you can see a letter at the top, like a sealed note, and then a door. Or like it's kind of like an arrow sign, like a bus shelter. It's getting a little bit more esoteric without the colour. It's a robot wearing a tie. Evidently, just polar bear being sick. Seriously, what is this? Huh. It's a white shirt. So we were close with a polar bear wearing a tie. Because it's almost that, I guess? Polar bears are white. You wear a tie with a white shirt. But we're grasping here a bit. Let's just move on. The 4th floor as well. Gosh. Moving on up in life. Up in the 4th floor already. Really making our way through this. Get rid of these and those. All of those actually. Yeah, there's the best bit of that song. The whistle. And then get rid of... Oh, that's interesting, actually, I didn't even realise that. Because those can't be 3s, so we can't continue the 5s down any further. I'd also be willing to bet it's probably those two up there, but should we take a stamp? Should we just see how we go? No, let's not. Can't be a 3. It has to have a 1 coming before it. Well, we actually already knew that anyway. Because there's our 2s. 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. Nope, that's not necessarily true, because there could be a Y up here. There isn't. That's not necessarily true. In theory, you could have a 2 along here. No, you can't actually. Look, that's a 1 by itself. That's a 1 by itself. That's a 1 by itself. That's a 4. And the 2 can't go into space by itself. That's a 1. That's a 4. Look at that. Our earlier guess was indeed correct. 2, and then what, 1, 1? Yeah. So we would have been correct putting the eggs in earlier, but the questions it made us ask were enough to help us along the path. That's a 3. I love the way that you can kind of build up a cross down when you follow it. It's a weightlifter. We know this one already. It's definitely a weightlifter. Oh, I said that with confidence enough that I'm now worried. But I don't think I'm going to be... I don't think I'm going to be burned on it this time. It's actually stacked, look at that. So, looks like they could do with taking a day on leg day. Not a lot to go here. What else? Nope. 1, 3, 1? No. 2, 2. That's a 4. Oops. Don't let your hips shift if you do that. Yeah, look, teeny tiny. Well, maybe not. He's just kind of teeny tiny legs. Ah, he's squatting though. Probably okay. Or he's a powerlifter, so he'd have to be. Ooh, that's some interesting form, sir. Oh, well, he's dead. Puma got crushed. We just get to watch it over and over and over again. Poor thing. What surprises await us here? Oh, that 5. Those 2. Wowee. Oops. Mark off all these as well. Look at that, already coming together. No, Mario, we don't want to rub out all of those. Three, 1, 1. That's your 3 there. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can no longer do that either. Can't do this. Could put there. Could put there. 1, 4, 1. 3 and a 3. Well, you can't put the 3 here, so it has to go here. There's your 3. That now is a 6. Which means that's complete. What have we got left here? 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 and a 1. 3, 4, 3. There we go. Didn't know Halo was in this game. Halo developers. 1, 4, 1. Job done. 4 space. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we can instead do is 3 space space 3. That's one we've not had to use much there, but if you've got exactly 1 less when you count up all the squares and the spaces, then you do have spaces left. So in this instance, we worked through the example. We have on this row, so we knew all of these crosses, so we were just working with a space of 10. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 5 plus 5, 10. Then 4 plus the space, 1 plus another 4, 9. What you can do is, you can just do 2 spaces between every instance, and 1 space at the start and the end. And it'll just lay them out perfectly. Works real nice. Oops, that's not a 1. There you go. But that is a 1. That is a 1. That there is a 5. Another strange looking one. Always gotta pause for the whistle. 5, yep. 1, and 1, and 1. It's another 1. We put 1 up there? Oh, we don't need to. See, we worked our way through that previous kind of the steps to get that puzzle, but what we actually did is we realised that we could have just totally filled it in. Always a good exercise to at least do. Practice makes perfect, blah blah blah. All the other adages we've heard a million times. 1, 2... Oh, it's just finished. 3, 4, 3. That's a mouse. No, it's not. Like a funny dog, or a deer. Bambi. You know, from the speckles. Kojika. Learning a lot. It's the word for deer in Japanese. Maybe it's... What do you call a baby deer? I want to call it a foal, but that's for horses. No idea. Oops. Always start with the ones that you can fill in immediately. Always those zeros. It's always going to be worth it. Because you're always going to be able to do it. It's giving you all the information you need. You don't need to think about it, you just do it. Right. So, 13 less 11. It's 2. Oh, and look at that. Look at all those ones we just filled in. And what we cannot fill in here is that 4, or that 6, the other 6, or that 5. Same here, look at that. And then, what have we got? 11 less, 15 less 2 is 13. So another case of leave 2 to either side. Get those out of the way. Get those ones also out of the way. That's a 4, has to go here. Then cancel those as well, because we'd already figured that out. That's a 3, that's a 3. 2, 2, 1. I don't know why we did that though. Because that's what I meant to do there. 2, 3, 1. It's a 5. We don't know whether that's correct or not, I think. Maybe we do, hold on. 4, 4, no, that's 10. But we do know that that is no longer correct. Paces. Good pace here now. Things are going well. Nope, not there. 2, 2, 1. Surely it's just got to be that. Yeah. No point even looking at the rest of it. Well, we'd figured it, we'd solved pretty much all of it there. Those are opera glasses. If I've ever seen a pair of opera glasses. Which I've never seen a pair of opera glasses in real life, but... See, opera glass. J. 3 away from finishing this. Curious as to what's going to happen at the end, because we've not got, didn't look like there were worlds or anything. It just kind of looked like, that was it. 2, 3. That's not a 3, and then that's a 10. Just do that. Use your previous information to help you along. Could be a 2. Not gonna spend too much time thinking about that one. 2. Where'd the whistle go again? Oops. These are all 1s, because they're at the start, can't be anything else. 9, 10. Could be 11 here, but we don't yet know that. But what we can do is join that up. Makes, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Because we have that space at the bottom, this has to be part of the 9. How did we get that? Handy. Very handy. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's that? 1, 2, 3. That's an 8 now. Get rid of that. Join those up. But that looks kind of like a 11, because look, there's a 4 and a 2 on the other side and 5 in the middle. Ooh, look at that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there you go. To the end. To 10. That way as well. Works well. These have to be 1s because of just the sheer amount of 1s at the top. That has to be an 8 based on what we've done there already. These are now 3s. That's a 4. Even though it was up to here, we can't have the 3 there. Now these have to be 1s as well, actually. Because, again, couldn't have a 1 right at the bottom, because then it would be a 2. Maybe like here, like you couldn't go 1, 2, 1, because we can count. 1 and 2 is 3, not 1. Oh, look at that. There's your 3, that's that 7 done as well. Which means that goes here, that goes to there. The 9 done yet? No. Can't go there or there, because that's our 4 allowed us to cancel that out. And then, because of that 4, we got to cancel 2. What is left? What is left? Let's scan over this. Now this has these, oh well, that one, sorry. I'm presuming these have to be 2s. Because you can't have a 2. You can have one more 2, but this has to be a 2. Which means this has to be a 6. What is that? Those. Oops, have to be your 2s. Or your 1s in this instance, which we would have been immediately able to get after doing that one, so that's okay. The time loss is negligible. Is that already an 11? Yes, it is. Get that as well. There's a 3, that's a 1, 2. That goes to here, that goes to here. Oh, I thought I'd cancelled that out. Whoops. Too busy listening. There's like a little xylophone going on in the background of the music there. This is a music box, by the way. I'm certain of that. Has to be. Doesn't have to be, but makes sense if it was. What have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 and 8, so nope, has to go here. That's a 2, which means 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. That, we can do that as well. And this. 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. What do you want to bet? No, you don't have to bet because we can see it. What's left? Oh, these at the bottom here. Oh, it's got like, I was trying to figure out what those were. It's like little feet. For our pretty little music box to stand on. Love a music box. Something about the wee strange tinkly noises that they give off. Orgor. Strange. No hints. We will not take your hint, video game. We don't need it. So we can just fill this in ourselves. When is that one too? That's 9. This. And that. 12. 12. Oops. 2. 1, 1, 1, 3. And a 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this? Lord, look at all those 1s. 1. Goodness me, this is going to be worth keeping track of these, I think. Three 1s, so it has to be in the middle. It's a harp. It's a harp. Kid Icarus-esque harp. Why harps? Did he pick them up? Are they... What's the harp doing? God. Say that like I've ever really properly played that game. Secret answers, I haven't. I guess we could literally go and check out right now. Maybe that's for another time. Another stream. Get some Kid Icarus on this thing. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Actually, we can just fill that fully in, can't we? Twos. There's your fours. Must be just about done here. That should be it. Lovely harp. Very nice harp. Date goto. Final one. We've made it all the way through level 4. But what awaits us in the single last Mario puzzle? Could this be Luigi? We've not had a single Nintendo themed puzzle yet, I will say. It's a bit of a shame. It would have been kind of fun to fill in, you know, Picross that's Luigi's face or something like that. You never know. Or L. We start. We'll finish as we start. Same way every time. Fill out those. The common ones that we've been able to do every time. Because we know it's right. We know how this works. It's not going to sneak in and pass us. We've got this down to a science. 6, 7? Yeah. You can have 6. You get 5. And you get a cross, because there's nothing more I can do for you. We know, again, the cross was here. Can't have a 5 in a space of 3. 8 goes to 6. Oops. Or 7. I didn't know that. Let's just pretend we don't know that. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can I count? No. 2, 3. Cross. 1. That was good. What else can we do in here? So 2. That's also very handy. Do that. And that. This. With those ones there. Gives us this. 3 there. What is this? 2, 2. 4, 5. Alright, hold on. 4 and 4, yep. There you go. We never capitalised on that accident, because, I don't know, doesn't feel right. How many is there? 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, yeah, we're done there. And here. 2, 6, 2. 4 is complete. 1, 4, 3, also complete. That 5 is done. What have we got here? 3. 5 is 8, 9, 10. Thank you. And 2 up there, because those are 6s. I think we can just do that. Yep. All these ones we can fill in. What is very... It looks somebody like they're sitting down, but sitting at a very strange angle. Weird. 7 goes up to 4. 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. We can totally do that. And look, 3 space 1. Because it totally looks like somebody's face, long hair. What is this? 3 1 3 2. 3 2 2. This is a real strange looking thing. Kinda looks like parent and child. Look at that. Where they're sitting, I guess it's because we can't see like any further than the bottom of the picture. It just looks real weird. Ka-chan to mama. Aka-chan. Baby and mother. Thank you, Mario. Level 4 has been completed. A thumbs up and a wink. Next level. Oh, there's more. Oh. Well. A whole new raft of levels. Different colour. Oh, we've unlocked all the ones for Wario as well. Oh, we've not actually unlocked them. So, looking at this then, I wonder if the colours just signify like difficulty, maybe? They don't really seem to mean very much. God, that little beat is very enjoyable. Let's see if these are any different. We'll just do the one. Because I think we're going to call it fairly soon. Ooh. Music's changed. It's kind of like an upbeat version of, well, not that we've played any of that one today, but Wario music. Rather nice, isn't it? Three, 6, 6. I think I may have heard this in the, as a bean. Yep, definitely. Look, puzzle's finished. What else could it be? This one's definitely a little bit more challenging. Probably do something with this one here. So what have we got? 1, or let's just look at our spaces available. 3 plus 3 plus 5. It's 11. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not a lot we can do with that. Probably put that there though. No guarantees about what that is though. 2, 1, 1, 3. 2, 1, 1. Gosh, this is quite a step up. We were able to use the kind of 2 gap in between all, one at each end method there. Didn't give us a lot, but it gives us something. 1 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, space 1. So the 4 comes up to here. Or 1 space 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to be part of the 2. We can get rid of that. 2 1 1 1 2 space 1 space 1, or 1 space 1 space 1 2. So we put that there. In fact, look at that, 1 1 2 4. So we can get rid of this. This here. It's got to be a 2, so not a lot we can do there. But what we can do is get rid of this. 1 2 3. This is quite a step up. So 3 2 1. So 3 and then a 2. Space 1 2. 1 2 space 1 2 3. Or 1 2 3 space 1 2. Yeah. So the 2 could go here, here, or here and here. So no overlap means we can't do anything with that. Gosh. A little bit stumped. It's quite a jump in difficulty. Compared to where we were before. Ah, there's something we can do. In fact, that gives us a lot. Tells us that's a 1. And our 3 has to go in here. Which means... well, that could still be your 4. No, 4 could even come up to here. What I was thinking is that you could maybe do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means you can guarantee that that's empty, but you can't. Four and a 1. Well, because this has to be a 2, this has to be a 1, and that has to be a 4. And then we can also get rid of this. Now that that break is there, which is nice. In fact, we could have always done that. We could always have done that. What's left here? That's now got to be your 3, I believe. Yep. Very nice. Okay. That's why crossing off these checks, I guess it makes it a lot easier. It's maybe more of a challenge without it. What's that? That's your 2. Get rid of all of this. What have we got here? 1. Something, 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 something. That is a 1. And that's a 3, and that's a 4, so we can put that there. This is also a 4. That here. It's a 2. Get rid of those. Say a lot. But it is a bit of a reasonable puzzle. Imagine our folks who are probably quite good at Picross probably absolutely screaming, looking at this thinking, oh, of course, just put it there. It's 4. It's so evident. One, 2, 1, 2. One, 4, 1, 2, 1. Nope, can't do that yet. Ah, because that's a 1. Can't be anything there. That means that has to go here. Then 1, 1. This has to be your 3, 1. So that goes here. There's a 2. That's that one completed. And then that's a 3, which can cancel that. That's a 2, cancel that. 2, 1, 1, there has to be a 1 here somewhere. But it can't be here. Or here. Not that the 1 Not that this one could ever be anywhere other than here, anyway. Like we were carrying it down. But we're not. Because that doesn't make sense in Picross at all. 1, 1, 2. Has to be a break here. 1. 1, 4, 1, 2, 1. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. What have we got left? Just a single one. Once again, another one that is very strange looking. I'm gonna go with an artist's easel. Oh, it's a dinosaur skull. Ooh, that's a weird one to say. Kyoryu no Kaseki. Oh, so it's, I presume, like a dinosaur skull. Yeah, okay. It's probably a grand old place to stop. For the moment, anyway. Maybe come back. But the next time, I think we'll look through some of this Wario puzzles. Because, well, you know, we did all the Mario puzzles last time. We'll work our way through here, get through levels 2, 3, and 4. See how many mistakes we make by not being told we're making mistakes. That's the danger of this one, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye.